All right. So I kind of want to take you guys through my thought process. This isn't another trade, but it is a good example. Um, this is me playing on trend lines. So let me go to the daily so you can see it first. So the reason this is a trend line is because it has multiple touches. I felt like this was like a kind of a more of a dirty looking NZD drop. I'm still trying to really figure out my criteria for that, but really it was, sideways. You see how the bars are choppy. Had a big drop. We pulled back. We were kind of aided by these the 220 EMA, and then we had a big drop off of pivot, off of 200 EMA, off of 618, off of a lot of stuff. This is beautiful right here. I love seeing that. And we dropped down. And so this time I said, okay, I'm going to measure up a trade here. And this is a 5.5. Beautiful trade to drop in and to earn that one. And then I'm feeling like, I don't know what I was doing right here. I was tripping kind of to try to like grab those pennies. But there was a move, 2.15. And then another move, 2.11. And that puts us to where we are today. So just so you know, right now, what I'm thinking about doing, let me make sure that this blue light blocker isn't messing y'all up. Okay. What I'm thinking about doing is waiting for another move down. So I'm waiting for it to kind of pull up closer, a little bit closer, and then have a good signal for us to drop down. Okay. Let me turn that photo just a little bit. Okay. So anyway, excuse me. Anyways, I hate this. I don't know why I did that. I got lucky, I feel, trading into a trend line that was feeding me so much. But that's how it goes. So now I'm actually waiting for this jump up. So the same jump up that got me paid on this, which is fine, whatever. But I think there's going to be a move up. I don't know. Fuck it, man. I might take it. I might take that trade and say, all right, we're going higher, from here. The problem with that is, what is the problem here? I don't have a strong pullback situation. If it was going higher, pulling back, I could kind of shoot for the stars. But it's a pullback. It's just a weak pullback. So no, I'm not going to trade it. I'm going to wait for it to go up. If it does, maybe it comes down and then goes back up, whatever. But I'm going to look to play off this trend line one more time. So that's how I'm looking at this. Not every trade is going to be a home run, obviously, but I want to take high probability trades, and that's the game that I'm playing. Okay, that's USD CHF. So JPY has one coming from the underside that already got traded on. I want to say, what is that? The 11th. So last week sometime, and it's a beautiful trade right there. Let's see what the pivots look like. Maybe I missed something. Okay. So these pivots didn't really coincide. Okay, so the next thing I want to do, if the pivots didn't coincide, which is fine, the next thing I want to do is see what this fib, definitely not safe on the fib. That's 4-hour chart too. See if I can see it on the 1 hour chart a little bit better. It would have just got stuffed out. Didn't coincide with the pivot, didn't coincide there. There's a play here, but I'm not skilled enough to take it yet. And the play really is off of the 618. Stop loss on around the 7, or maybe even off the 50. I've traded off the 50 before in the past. And then saying the discipline here is to make sure that your stop loss is out of the way. My stop loss, by the way, is usually on 618. So I actually would have got stopped out on this most likely. Let me show you guys who are visual how that looks, kind of. So I'm either getting in on the 2.8 and stopping at 6.8. So that's what that would have looked like. I would have got looking for it to bounce down from here, but it wouldn't have happened. Would have kept going. Would have got faked out here, kept going. Would have got stopped out right here somewhere. The alternative, if I was a little bit wiser with it, maybe I say, all right, I'm gonna go wait until it, gives me some kind of rejection candle. Still don't see that on the 50, but say that I did, and then I had the wherewithal to say, all right, I'm gonna put my stop loss at the 7.5. Okay, cool. Good job. This is a 2% move. Not likely, but that's a scenario. The last scenario, the smart scenario, is okay. I'm not trading any of this shit because I'm not seeing any kind of deceleration. I kind of see it here. These couple bars are kind of conducive to deceleration, so maybe I would have got it in here, to be honest. Yeah. So this 5-1 entry off of this big ass bar, it would have flew past it. I would have said, okay, we're going to go back the other direction. We would have flew past the trend line and the 50 EMA, which is what happened. And I might have still got stopped off, depending on if I did the 618 or if I pushed up to the 7.5 and said, all right, cool, that's how we're going to do it. The best answer, if I was really, really on it, I could tell the future, had a crystal ball or whatever, is I would have got triggered in something like this. This is also the biggest money maker. This is a 4% move, 4.45. That's crazy to me. It all boils down to being able to see this stuff, man. That's the crazy thing about it. Absolutely nuts. So, yeah, there's a trade. Am I able to take this trade yet? No. This is next level shit. This is me spending hours and hours and hours understanding this move and coming up with a name for it and being able to use it, mechanically, time after time. It's not where I'm at yet. But it's cool to know that I'm starting to see these openings. Let me do a quick rant, actually. So this trading stuff is a lot like sports. It's a lot like boxing. It's a lot like fighting. I love to watch Mind Smash videos on YouTube because the way he breaks it down. Anybody who's a fan of that, that's awesome. Go ahead and hit the comment section. Let me know. But let him know too, actually. He's dope. And he puts out some really, really good breakdown videos explaining how people are generating force, how their movements are superior, and all that good stuff. And so trading's a lot the same. It's a game of practice. It's a game of understanding yourself. It's a game of understanding your moves and why you're doing them and the benefit of doing them, and also the weaknesses, how you're leaving yourself open to getting hurt, basically. And being able to trade around that, being able to make adjustments around that, being able to clean up the little holes in your game because you understand that they're there, That's most of it, man. Just that awareness. And so you can always peep out the beginners because they get excited to talk about trading and they want to talk about the big winner that they had. Nobody wants to talk about the losers. Nobody wants to talk about the iffy situations. Everybody's, so pumped up about the bullshit, like the microwave fast food version of what it is to trade. Trading is, for me at least, it's a lifelong study. It's a habit, and it's also a way of life. It's just, are you going to accept the fact that you're going to have discipline, or else this market will take your head off, pretty much. Have discipline, be smart, be respectful. These are all things that stem back to martial arts, back to fighting, back to boxing. And so I like to make these comparisons, man. It's interesting. I like to make comparisons to this in SEO, You'll hear me talk about that a little bit. I make money off of SEO right now. And also comparisons with this in baseball. It's a game of probability. It's a game of chance. It's a game of patterns and understanding how to maneuver through that. So, anyways, yeah, man. Don't believe the hype. Play the game. Understand what's going on. See the potential setups. Trade them, or at least understand that there is a trade here, and live to fight the next day. So for me, this situation, there's not a whole lot for me to do right now, but I will wait. USD CHF is kind of closer to having something happen. USD CAD, not so sure on this. Reaction to strong trend line, that didn't happen. It just broke through, which is fine. Right now, I think we're kind of like in no man's land with this one. I'm looking at MACD as well, so just so you know, I'm looking at MACD. I'm looking at this. There's a gray line right here, or black, whatever. This is a little range, and it's kind of caught there. I don't really see it doing anything outside of that. 4 hour looks like it's trying to turn around, so we're trying to go back up. Obviously, right now, I see this trend line upwards, so I'll probably, if I did take a long position, I would get out of it before we actually got to the trend line. Watch it as we approach. 1 hour looks like it might be trying to break out too, but it's just it's got some room to go before I can say that we're actually going back up. That's just my opinion. So not something I'm gonna trade right now. So those are USD pairs. I'm gonna jump over to the other pairs in the next video. Peace.